Bentornati ragazzi, ottava parte di GreedFall. Abbiamo avuto la faida con un missionario, col prete, non mi ricordo neanche. Male, allora, con chi è che stiamo girando? Col vecchio mi sembra. Col vecchio e Vasco. Va bene, cosa sta succedendo qua? Boh, rocce. Allora, vai nel bosco di San Matteo per incontrare gli isolani. Va bene, facciamo questa. Cervo. Una bestia. Ah, possiamo scendere di qua? Il cervo è sceso di qua. Io no, ovviamente. Vediamo lui cosa è un mago, vediamo cosa fa. Wow. Devo vedere un po' il vecchietto combattere. Non è male, non è male. Cos'è questo? Una casa. La prigione.
Please, I come because of a message that was sent to me.
Wait, this is the Onol Menawi of the Lugay the Blau.
Onol
The one
Menawi.
we wanted to talk to.
Ok.
By the enlightened, look at this body.
Oh,
These people have killed an inquisitor, and they probably made us come here so that we too meet the same fate.
I doubt it. They would have attacked us immediately.
oh
Let's see what they have
mi
to
sono
say to
portata
us.
la...
I came following the instructions you had left the secretary of our
parazzista.
embassy, but I wasn't expecting to find you near the corpse of a member of the Ordo Luminis.
And we didn't think that the Onol Menawi we were told about would come with another son.
Stop. This one is different. And we need their help. We were told that there was a woman different from the other Enaigse amongst the Lugay Blau.
So io?
Who sometimes helped our people.
Sono famosa.
This is why we talked to the man in the large house. But we don't really know who you are.
My name is Desardet. I'm the legate of the congregation. It means that I'm in charge of the diplomacy with the other nations. And yes, I have helped your people a few times.
A diplomat is someone who talks, right? Not someone who fights.
No, I fight.
I know how to fend for myself, if that's your question. But will you tell me why you made me come here?
2 nights ago, we attacked a group of Red Suns who were taking away some of our people. Many of them fled. But we captured this man, and we made him talk. We wanted to know where they took our brothers. And he talked about a secret camp.
Why would the Inquisition take natives to a secret camp?
To confuse their minds. They torture them until they renounce the truth and praise the sun. This Red Sun was mocking us. He said they would burn us, like the others. He had killed some of my brothers, so I killed him.
I don't have a lot of affection for the Ordo Luminis, but I doubt this man deserved such a fate.
And did our people deserve to be
Perché mi sono
burned?
portata lui?
No, of course not. That's not what I meant.
If what you say is true, then indeed, we cannot let the Inquisitors continue. But because you killed them, we can only take your word for it.
Maybe not. The Red Sun had a key on him. And also some words sealed in bark. We do not know how to set them free. But the Renaigse do, don't they?
The letter ordered this man to join the escort party of a group of captives. This partly confirms what you told me.
Do the words say where the camp is located?
No, but the address of the Inquisitor is written.
What is an address?
This is how we refer to the place we live in. I suppose the key you found is the key to his door.
So you can go to his house and look for more words?
Sì.
I suppose so.
You must do it, or the suns will keep burning our people.
What's your opinion, Petrus?
This warrior isn't wrong, even though I disapprove of her methods. If we let the Ordo Luminis continue to do this, we will have the same problems with the natives as the Alliance.
Very well. I will go visit this man's home. I will come back to you if I learn anything more.
Hurry. Our brothers may be dying in the meantime.
We
Quindi-
need to know where they are taking our brothers.
Sì, ho capito. Quindi devo andare a casa dell'inquisitore. Uff, quell'uomo mi odia. Mi odia e dir poco. Cioè, non mi puoi neanche guardare in faccia. Un odio viscerale per me. Che ridere se mi fossi portata anche Siora. Panico. Un bel quartiere. Casa con la porta verde. Chiusa chiave?
I have no qualms rummaging through the secrets of the living, but the dead, on the other hand, I feel like I'm desecrating a tomb.
Ma va.
This letter mentions a secret camp. Apparently our man was involved in its creation. It also talks about a chest he would have had. In the quarters of the Order, here in San Mateus, we may find clues there that will allow us to discover the location of the camp.
Ok.
If this chest exists, there must be a key. It has to be here. Let's continue searching. It's a key. Most likely the key to a chest.
Ma che
With the
cos'è?
emblem of the Ordo Luminis. I don't think we'll find anything else here. Let's leave and see what this chest contains.
Ok. Mi scavato.
Hey, you! Who are you? And what are you doing in Father Claudius's home?
De Sardet. I'm the legate of the congregation.
My colleague has been away for the last few days. May I know exactly what it is about your status as a diplomat that gives you the right to enter his home in his absence?
To be truthful, my friend is only accompanying me. I am the one who was visiting this home, precisely because I was hoping to find out where Father Claudius might be. I was sent by the Cardinal Mother, of course.
Really? Well, I find that
Meno
very
male che si
strange.
porta dietro Dead.
Why would the Mother Cardinal ask that some strangers who do not belong to our order try to find him?
How would we know? Perhaps you'd like us to go find her together. I'm sure she'll be delighted to see how you've been treating the representative of one of her allies.
That won't be necessary, but know that I am keeping an eye on you.
As you wish. I hope I don't see you again, Father.
This snake gave up too quickly. I suspect that we'll soon meet our new friend again.
We should make use of this moment of respite to go visit the quarters of the Order and find the chest there. Let's hope they aren't infested with members of the Inquisition.
Mi piace questo Dead, ci ha aiutato. Questo Daddy. Wow, quante candele, eh. Spero che la discussione la gruppo di isolani e regi la nostra campagna. Avremo anche che tipo sai quando
Thanks to these documents, we'll be able to show the natives where the conversion camp is, and the times when new prisoner convoys will get there too.
I hope the warriors will find a discreet way to set their comrades free. Attacking a camp of the Order could quickly turn into a slaughter for both sides.
Ok, torniamo dove eravamo prima. C'è un modo più veloce di viaggiare lì? Non ho accampamenti nelle vicinanze, no, è più facile andare a piedi.
The knight says back.
So,
I found some information that should allow you to locate the conversion camp. And I also found a note about a prisoner convoy coming soon.
why come and tell us all of this if your intention is just to betray us?
Betray you? How so?
You're not the ones this so-called legate betrayed. We are. And that a missionary as eminent as you has helped her, Petrus. I would never have thought it possible.
The Ordo Luminis is prepared to start waging a merciless war against the natives. with the sole purpose of converting them in a secret camp which is nothing but a torture room. And you dare to show such disdain towards me?
Lui è del
I take it as a
old
compliment.
style, loro sono
What are you
la
talking
new
about?
style.
Are you saying Claudius managed to complete his great conversion camp project?
Don't pretend that you did not know.
I did not, but now that I do, I will do everything in my power to continue his work.
Bitch.
And the first step will be to eliminate those
Ok,
who would
bro, tu non
denounce
sai con chi si
us.
sta
The
mettendo
Mother
contro.
Cardinal focuses too much on politics, when she should be following her faith instead.
We will fight these monsters by your side,
Oh no,
Onomenawi.
Menawi.
May the immortals protect me in this battle. There's poison on my blade.
Wow, sono troppo OP.
Help our enemies.
Questa c'ha... un bel po' di scudo c'hanno. Fatto.
Thank you.
You don't have to thank me. These men were our enemy. The monsters torturing my people.
It would be best if nobody in Taleme caught wind of our involvement in this matter. Even though the actions of the Order are very questionable, we might be held responsible for these men's deaths.
You're right, Father. It would be regrettable if this matter were to put our
Padre.
alliance in jeopardy.
Do not
Esatto.
worry about it. We won't tell them.
And we will make these bodies disappear.
Ok.
Nobody will ever know what happened to them.
Except
Perfetto.
for our Mal, of course. Queen Deirdre will be grateful to you for helping
Deirdre.
us.
I hope this will help our relations in the future.
In any case, do not worry about this camp. She will not let our people be imprisoned. She may even ask for your help in destroying it.
Ok.
Perhaps. In the meantime, please give her my regards.
Bertir to mad on all Menawi.
Oh no, Menawi.
And thanks again.
Cara, mantieni una buona reputazione tra gli isolani. Ah, reputazione amichevole. La confessione è stata lasciata nel baule. Ci saranno nuovi... No, no, ho portato via i corpi senza che potessi rubargli la roba. I'm so happy. Sono così contenta. Non vedo l'ora di andare in accampamento. Comunque, missioni. Facciamo la missione principale, sì, ci avete ragione. Facciamo questo. Chiedi consiglio de Corsilon, perché penso che sia... Perché anche questa qua è blu? Non posso più farla? Con Constantine delle antiche rovine. Perché a volte mi diventano blu le missioni? Non capisco. E vediamo il mio baule, cosa c'è dentro, cosa mi hanno lasciato. Vabbè, mi hanno mentito, non c'è niente qui. Vabbè, delusione. Lontanissimi siamo. 20 ore di viaggio. E qua il baule forse? Eccola qui! Catena del guaritore. Pronto magia, rigenera corazza, aiuto cura. Questa? Inventario, trovata. Mi ha lasciato una collana. Grazie. Catena del guaritore, volontà più 4. Petrus può indossarla. Neanche Petrus può indossarla, è troppo forte. Riprendiamo. Si vede la mia tazza. Comunque, Constantine, non scappare. Dobbiamo fare un bel po' di cose con te.
Cousin! You have returned to me. Your absence was sorely felt.
You
Sì,
don't appear to
carino.
be in top form. Are house intrigues keeping you from finding proper sleep?
No, nothing to bring me nightmares as of yet. I'm blaming it on the change of diet. Now, tell me what adventures you've been up to. If you only knew how bored I grow behind these walls.
Sembra
I
il
would
tipo.
like, if you would allow me the honor, to introduce Bishop Petrus, emissary of Taleme.
Your Highness, may the light warm you in its holy embrace.
Enchanted to meet you, my father.
I've come here to present respects from Taleme and best wishes from the Mother Cardinal.
Perché c'è
She has
anche...
my most sincere thanks. But before speaking
Sorry.
further, I would like to discuss matters with my cousin, if you would be so kind.
Ok. Parla dell'esito della battaglia.
We were not able, alas, to stop the clash between the forces of the
Okay.
Alliance and Siora's clan. We arrived at the village and battlefield too late. The Queen fell.
I'm extremely sorry for your loss, Princess.
Thank you.
Sembra davvero dispiaciuto.
My sister survived, fortunately.
È un
and
bravo
we
uomo,
are
mio cugino.
recovering from this tragedy together. But our clan was extremely weakened by this battle and by recent events.
We shall keep a close eye on the Bridge Alliance and their undertakings. Rest assured.
You should know that the battle took place in the middle of ancient ruins. The ruins were quite strange. We discovered a fresco that I am certain was crafted by continental hands.
Really? And how ancient are these ruins?
Tanto.
Could they date back to the first landings of the Bridge Alliance?
They date much farther back than their arrival would explain. My mother and my grandmother have always known them.
Siora told me of a legend that spoke of them. About a people from the sea that were vanquished there.
Do you think it was the Nauts?
It is not our custom to found a landlocked settlement. We have our islands, and it is enough for us.
If they are ancient, perhaps your people once practiced older customs.
Dici che sono
This
stati
story
nauti.
is troubling, but it reminds me of something that I once read in the reports of Lady Morange. You should go and find her. Perhaps she could tell us more about them.
Very well.
Anything else?
Ah, ok.
I've been to the neighboring cities, as you asked of me.
Tell me then.
Le ho accumulate.
Was your
le
journey
missioni.
adventurous?
Well,
Yes.
I was able to gain audience with the governors, give them your regards, and glean some information. The Bridge Alliance believes that a remedy could possibly be found by studying the local flora. They are quite motivated, but their research expedition has gone missing, and there is no sign of life. And since they themselves are under constant attack, they cannot spare a rescue party to investigate. The Mother Cardinal, in her opinion, believes the Malachor to be the result of a curse.
Insomma,
A
diversi
curse
punti di vista.
cast by a demon, an evil creature worshipped by a cult of island natives. If you would allow me to second the request of our Mother Cardinal, we are in dire need of your help. Our inquisitors are hardly diplomats and... But I should let you finish, my daughter.
They have started their investigations in a village where strange events have been taking place, but they are unable to get to the bottom of it. The population
Come
keeps
vestito
its
Curse?
secrets, and Taleme hopes that we might help them learn more about the cult.
Busy,
This is all
busy.
extremely
Busy.
Interesting. You have lived up to my expectations, as always. That
Niente,
said,
caro.
we find ourselves between the rock and the hard place. The bridge is already in open conflict with the island natives.
Sì.
Taleme and their inquisitors. We're going to have to tread on eggshells, but let's follow all the clues to their mysteries. We need to help them continue their investigations. Perhaps one will lead us to something useful. I don't have a lot of men, as well you know, and since I only trust you among them, take Kurt
Ovviamente.
and any others that seem useful. I wouldn't want anything bad to happen to you.
If you would allow me, Your Highness, I would be honored to assist your cousin on her investigation.
Very well, then. You could start by indicating the precise location of your nasty village.
Of course, Your Highness. I should have thought of that sooner. Allow me to mark the location on your map, my daughter.
Thank you.
Mi piace che mi chiama My
Have no fear,
Daughter. Ok,
Constantine.
father.
I will take care of all matters at hand.
Anything else?
Indaga su...
Are you
il
liking your
governatore.
new role as a governor? How does it feel?
Honestly, once the thrill of the first few days is over, it's boring. I receive delegations from everywhere. They arrive with their arm. Most of them take me for a fool, who will be easily convinced by some silver trinket. I would love to simply brush them all off and work on some real... I have so many ideas to make this city, this
Fallo,
island,
Constantine, sei il
truly
capo.
amazing.
Ignorali. Basta. Vai,
I'm going to
Constantine.
leave now. Goodbye, Constantine.
Look out for yourself.
Dai, bro. Tutti qua siete? Ragazzi, che ansia. Tante cose sono successe. Vediamo un po', vediamo un po'. Mister interroga Dama Morange. Trova l'accampamento... Tutto demonico. Vai al villaggio indicato da Petrus. Eruditi in spedizione. Trova l'accampamento della spedizione degli eruditi. Questi due sono proprio principali. I bambini di questo devo parlare con De Cursilon. Parla con... Oh, finalmente! Parla con Kurt del reggimento fantasma. Facciamo questo.
Greenblood, my friend. My contacts have spoken. I was able to discover the location of this infamous phantom train.
Andiamo, Kurt,
Do you
finalmente.
still think they should be held accountable?
More than ever. You know that I recruited Raynor. I want to know what kind of hornet's nest I led him into. I want to know what these madmen did. But I fear if I go alone, I might not be able to control myself. And I won't learn anything. I need the help of my best student.
Accetto e la
How
compagnia
can I
subito.
refuse such a request?
Dobbiamo.
Well then, let's go.
Allora. Beh, Vasco, scusami teso, ma devi rimanere a casa. Scusami un secondo. Dov'è dei corsi LON? Che come si chiama? Sto sudando in una maniera. Aspetta, devo far accendere l'aria condizionata. Sto facendo impazzire sta storia. Piano superiore ancora, ok. Tra dei corsi LON si sta nascondendo da me. Wow, quante cose dell'isola native che ci sono. Eccolo qua, allora.
Sir de Corsilion.
Desade, my young student, what can I do for you?
Parla degli accampamenti del conflitto.
I've come to find you because I received a complaint from the natives of the village of Vigigador. They want to be able to access a clearing exploited by our woodcutters in order to heal it. To reforest it, I assume. But our men there say that it belongs to them and are refusing to let the natives enter it. The site was supposedly ceded to them several months ago. But tensions are running high and some men have lost their lives. If we don't intervene, we're heading for a real confrontation.
It is very regrettable, and I approve of your desire to appease this conflict. According to what you have told me, if ever there was a contract, it must have been signed. You should go to the archives and verify this. Then go and talk to Lady Laurine de
Ok, devo
Morange,
parlare
and
con
of
due
course
cose con lei.
I'd be delighted to help you once things have been clarified.
Thank you, Professor. Once more, you've been of great help.
Can your old professor still prove himself useful?
Comunque, parla degli
The mission you
accampamenti.
entrusted me with has made great progress.
Very well. Let's see. Good. You have traveled great distances, and the terra incognita will soon be but a distant memory. Keep doing what you're doing, Desade.
Ok.
Can your old professor still prove himself useful?
Parla del
I've found
professore.
no traces of Professor Seraphedin yet.
That's most regrettable. Can your old
Ah,
professor...
ok. Ok.
Looking forward to...
Vai. Mi ha chiesto quello che avevi le note delle pagine del diario. Ok. Cosa ci fa Vasco qua?
Sea and love both share a bitter bite. The sea seizes, and love seizes. Love scolds us, and the sea scolds us, for neither are free from tempest's might.
A poem.
Yes, a poem I read and which I was trying to remember. It makes me think of you. Of us. Would you like to spend some time alone with me?
Oh fuck. Oh cavolo, oh cavolo. Devo prendere una decisione adesso?
With pleasure. Meet me outside my room the next time we return to the house.
I will meet you there. Did you want anything else?
Raga, cosa sta succedendo?
I must leave you.
Ma non voglio committare subito con lui, non conosco gli altri. Wow, sta andando veloce Vasco, sto signor Vasco, eh? Ah sì, eccolo qua. Ok. Atto di proprietà della spedizione raccolta i legnami. Dove c'è continua la terra sta decidere che i territori saranno d'ora in poi esamini i contratti con Dama Morange. Boys. Fatemi passare. Con Dama Morange. Ok. Devo parlare con Dama Morange per 2 missioni, quindi prima di lasciare la città direi di andare a parlare con lei.
Good day, my lady. Happy to see you again.
Allora, 2 cose, signora mia. Chiedi il
I
contratto
need you to
relativo alla raduna.
enlighten me about the property deed of a glade near Vigigador. The natives want to access this place, which according to them is sacred, and which they would like to heal. But some of our men there are using this deed to deny them access to the area. Tensions are running high, and some people have died.
Yes, there was a time when we enacted a lot of contracts.
Yes, here it is.
This cession agreement is only signed with a cross on the native side. Well, writing is foreign to them, as is the notion of land ownership. For them, the earth only belongs to itself.
If they did not possess these lands, how did they cede them?
I doubt they knew what this agreement represented, to be honest.
In that case, why make them sign it?
When we arrived on the island, we had to ensure our access to certain commodities. We also had to make sure that we had legal ownership of them. The natives dreamed of possessing some baubles that they didn't know how to craft. It was easy to make them sign agreements that they didn't
Vabbè, allora erano
understand by
sfruttati
giving
perché
them
sono
some.
stupidi
I
secondo
was a
loro.
stranger to
Ok.
their philosophy then. I only thought about my city, and I regret it.
Certo.
I'm sure we can fix this mistake.
I hope so, Your Excellency. Can I help you with any other?
Sì.
What
Vai.
do you know about the ruins found to the northwest of here?
The site that the natives called
Cosa ride?
Didakidnadagase. I had countless questions about the place when our explorers and scouts first brought back sketches. Intrigued, I went there. I noted the architecture and their decorations. It is certain that they bear a striking resemblance with continental constructions, but they are more ancient. Too old to have been recently built by the Bridge Alliance settlers when they first set foot on the island. I even questioned the natives, but they only spoke of a people of the sea. My first thoughts went to the Nauts, but they're not known for building large towns, less so cities. There are other ruins on a cliff to the east of here. Perhaps they hide. I hoped to organize an expedition, but
Ci penso
the
io.
region is...
Dimmi
We
dov'è.
explored mines at the bottom of the cliff, but we were not able to find an access to the plateau. If the mystery of these ruins intrigues you, can I help you with any other matter?
Vai.
Sir Corsilion, it's always a pleasure.
Ah, siamo
Madame,
tornati qua.
I expect you've come to see me about this regrettable problem concerning a clearing, which my student told me about.
Indeed, and I think I may have a solution that will allow us to solve this conflict peacefully.
I'm listening.
I must admit that I established this at a time when the culture and the mentality of the natives was foreign to me. The clan of this village was rather open to our presence. They welcomed us with benevolence. For this reason, I think we should allow them access to these lands. In doing so, we would appease the tensions, and we would also retain ownership of the wood. We would even benefit from such an agreement if the natives reforest this area. Then we could exploit it for a longer period of time.
I find this decision perfectly viable, and I approve, but several men were killed, and their comrades will seek vengeance if the person or persons responsible...
The chief of this clan never approved such an action.
I understand, but I will only write a decree allowing people to go to this clearing, provided the murderer is delivered to us.
Thank you, Master. I will inform Duncus of your decision.
Ok. Adesso possiamo lasciare questo posto. Torniamo a esplorare. No, quindi... Aspetta. Bro, lascia... Mi fate passare, lasciate la porta in pace, devo entrare. Ok, viaggiamo. Falò delle gole bianche.
Ah, my child, I'm happy that you are here. I've had an idea that I wish to
Dimmi,
present.
padre.
Please do.
I've known the Mother Cardinal for quite some time. She is a formidable woman, gifted and diplomatically skilled. I fear that your cousin might be a little defenseless when dealing with her, and would like to give him a few weapons.
What do you have in mind?
Diplomacy is not only a matter of formal encounters and choreographed etiquette. If we had the means to action more personal leverage, the Mother Cardinal could not manipulate your cousin.
How could we ever find anything of that sort?
Everyone has nasty little secrets, my child. It's
Damn.
our task to discover Cornelia's.
It is a very good idea. But alas, I have other problems to resolve first.
I understand. Come and find me when you are ready.
Damn.
What was your role at my uncle's court? Were you already an ambassador?
Ecco perché mi chiama
No.
figliola.
But I was part of the embassy. I had only just started my career as a diplomat back then. Taleme was hoping to convert the congregation, and they had sent me to spread the word. I tried to teach you some of the basics because you had a predisposition for magic, but you were so young. You preferred to run around the halls with a wooden sword in hand, chasing your cousin.
I will see
Ah,
you later, Father.
Take care, my child.
interessante. Quindi ho una predisposizione alla magia io. Kurt, don't worry. Beh. Meglio tardi che mai. Meglio tardi che mai. Oh, quante munizioni ho? Tutte queste munizioni? Da quando? 124 munizioni, basta farle, forse ne ho costruite troppe. Eccoci qua, bastardi, mi ricordavo di voi. Questo è il campamento
I was
fantasma.
informed of your arrival by my sentinels, but I didn't think it would be you, Kurt.
Rolf, you're the leader of this camp.
You two know each other.
Rolf?
We train together.
Quest'uomo
We
ha
haven't
troppi
seen
amici
each other in a
uomini.
long time.
È il
A
suo
very
ex.
long time.
È
The
l'ex.
world of warriors is very small, Kurt. What brings you here, my old comrade? And who are these people with you? They're not one of us?
My name is Desade. I'm the legate of the merchant congregation.
And I am Bishop Petrus. May the enlightened guide you.
Lui è mio
These
padre.
people sure are important. So, what are you doing here?
I've heard things about this place. About this very special camp.
And we wanted to see what it was all about with our own eyes.
That's very nice of you, but visitors aren't welcome in this camp. What goes on here is only the guards' business.
Does the same apply to me?
Listen, Kurt. I can give you and your friends some answers, but only because it's you. Anyway, knowing you as well as I do, I'm aware I'm not going to get rid of you that easily. So, what would you like to know?
Chiedi la funzione del
What
campamento.
is it you do here? And why is this place kept secret, even from your comrades in the guard?
The natives have their magic, and we have to train elites to be able to face them. That's what we're doing here. Our role is sensitive.
I see the reason for this kind of training. The Bridge Alliance would be... And yet I've never heard of this elite squadron.
We're still in the early stages of the program. We don't want to rush things. And our leaders demand secrecy. Orders are orders.
This is a huge camp for such a secret location.
The main building is reserved for officers and the wounded. The front and rear of the camp are dedicated to combat training. But most exercises take place...
Impressive. And
Only the best come here. Those who have combat experience. Once they arrive, they're separated into 2 squadrons, each led and trained by a left... But you already know all of this, Kurt. It must bring back memories.
Yes.
will you tell us about your training?
That's a sensitive topic. Most natives' knowledge of the environment gives... But if you want to know more, you should ask my lieutenant instructor.
Actually, we found out about this camp while we were looking for someone.
A kid I recruited. Rainer.
Oh. I didn't know he was one of yours. My condolences. I was told he died in an accident.
Don't insult my intelligence, Rolf.
All right. Since you're here, the accident occurred during a maneuver. It's regrettable.
We've taken up enough of your time, Captain.
I agree, and I have things to do.
I'd like to question your lieutenant instructors, if you don't mind. To ask them about Rainer.
You've become a real sap. Fine. But try not to disrupt the day's schedule.
I'm sorry. I couldn't contain my anger.
I noticed. Good thing you know this captain so well. I don't think he would have let us investigate otherwise.
I'm not sure it's a good thing, really.
Your aversion is clear. But is it him that you hate? Or what the camp represents, my son?
Rolf doesn't bring back good memories for me.
Ooh,
But let's
grazie
continue.
padre.
I
Grazie
want to know
padre.
what's going on here. Lieutenant,
Respectfully, Captain.
here is my friend, the legate of the merchant congregation. She would
At your orders.
Vorrebbe fare... Mi piace che Kerr si presenta e poi lei vorrebbe parlare. Ok, allora.
How do the various squadrons in this camp
Devo
differ
fare io
from one
tutto
another?
il
The
parlato in
recruits
questa...
I train are intended
questo
to carry
gruppo.
out more subtle actions.
Really?
I teach them how to blend into the background understand customs, observe, and know when to strike.
That's strange. These skills are normally associated with
Vero.
assassins rather than soldiers.
These skills are always useful, regardless.
What kind of training do your men undergo?
I can't go into details, but they learn.
You mean to blindly follow orders?
But No, Captain. We also teach them to analyze situations, so that they know when to act to avoid risking their lives.
How did you become an instructor in this camp?
I have led numerous squadrons before, and I've trained hundreds of recruits on the continent. I worked with Captain Rolfe in the past, and when
That's very impressive. And I expect that you're familiar with the natives' environment and magic.
Yes, of course.
Kurt,
Vai.
don't you think that someone this talented fits what we're looking for? You see, we need to find someone who can replace Kurt to oversee my cousin's security.
Your cousin is the governor of New Serene, I've heard. It's a prestigious
Perché
position.
non è successo?
I don't
Aspetta.
doubt my abilities, but an offer like this...
We can't hide anything from you.
We're trying to find out what happened to Raina, a recruit who trained here.
That name doesn't sound familiar. He must have been in the Shadow Squadron.
The other lieutenant's squadron.
Yes. I'm sorry.
He died. His body was thrown into the harbor to make it look like he drowned.
I guess it was one of your recruits.
We'll question some of your soldiers.
At your orders, but please be quick.
Ma a quanto pare è dell'altro. È dell'altro. Cioè, è vero che non posso saltare. È dell'altro comandante. Non faccio entrare in questa cazzo.
Hello, soldier.
Captain?
We need information. Your instructor authorized us to question you.
Of course, madam. I'm listening.
What's it like in your squadron?
Very good. The Phantom Squadron is made up only of the very best.
Do you trust your comrades?
We're like 5 fingers on one hand, madam.
You've sure got the military spirit.
Yes, Captain.
Madonna, ok.
How would you describe your training?
Yes, we do. Well, not exclusively.
Really? Yet we've been told that your unit specialized in actions over difficult terrain.
Yes, I think so.
Problems remembering things, so...
No, Captain.
We've learned that a recruit died in an accident during a maneuver.
No, of course not.
That's strange. I was told that this recruit was very talented.
If you don't mind, I'd like
He
to...
seems afraid that an accident might befall him.
No, it's not that.
Very well.
Va bene.
Go on.
Excellent.
Certamente.
These
Sta
kids are
qualcosa.
scared to death.
Yes. This boy's answers about his training seem pretty dubious to me.
You can't hide the lies. Soldier!
Captain!
At ease, soldier.
We'd like to learn more.
I have nothing to say about it, my lady.
Really? Go on, it's not a difficult...
Is this a test, Captain?
No, it's not a test.
Well, training is difficult, but we can't complain.
That's an interesting way to phrase it.
È sudatissimo quest'uomo.
You're very united in this squadron. At least that's what I've been told.
United. You could say that, yes. Until death.
That's rather sinister. Does the name Rain?
Yeah. Well, no.
You seem rather hesitant.
No. Well, and we're lucky to have the lieutenant as our instructor, Cap.
We should leave this soldier to his work.
Your name, soldier?
Wilhelm. First-class recruit Wilhelm.
Keep it up, Wilhelm.
This recruit, Wilhelm, in spite of himself, led on more than the others.
His resentment is clear.
Sì.
But he won't divulge anything as long as his instructors are nearby.
Willem è molto silenzioso. Questo è il tenente.
Lieutenant!
Captain!
My friend here would like to learn more about this camp.
At your orders, Cap.
Can you tell us about your squadron?
The recruits who come here are the best. And in my squadron, I don't know what else to tell you. Exactly what you'd expect from the best.
Ok, vabbè. Non
What
certo
kind of
niente.
training takes place in your role?
Combat in natural settings.
I'm
Combat.
very
Okay.
curious about how you train against the magic.
Now, these are complex, secret
That's a pity.
I heard the recruit Rainer trained here. What can you tell me about him?
Oh, he was a...
So we've heard. Your captain told us he died
The
during...
training we do outside can be dangerous. Unfortunately, Rainer fell to his death in a ravine.
He fell.
During a simulated ambush. I know, it's not glorious, but it happens. I'd like to get back to work now, if you'll allow it.
Go on!
I hope that it won't take too long.
We'll be quick, Lieutenant.
The story about training against magic is a lie. This lieutenant has no idea what he's talking about.
Mi fa ridere che sta parlando, sta buttando merda su questo tipo davanti a lui.
But whatever it is, I don't like it. Soldier!
Yes, Captain.
At ease.
Me?
You look exhausted.
It's difficult at first, but you get through it. Taming fatigue.
Haven't you ever wanted to stop? You've never doubted your vocation.
I'm not a coward, nor a weakling.
What is that? Your motto?
Our squadron's captain.
You seem concerned about your comrades. You keep looking at them.
No, not at all.
Are you afraid of what they might think of you?
Absolutely not, Captain. We are all of one mind in this.
Since this is such a close-knit squadron, you must have known Raynor.
Yes, of course. But he's not part of the squadron anymore.
Really?
I don't know what you're trying to get me to say. Raynor left the squadron because he was sent on a mission. There's nothing more to say.
Sorry, mate, but that's not what happened.
I don't...
Thank you. That will be all.
Thank you.
Lieutenants, report.
Trovo pronto a
Could you
istruttori.
give us a few minutes and take us around the site? I've never been here before, and I'm curious to see what goes on.
I'm not sure if we can, Captain.
We are on duty, Captain.
Right, Lieutenant. Let's go! Are you coming with us?
No, thank you. I'd rather stay here. Take in some fresh air.
As you like.
Così che si
In that
chiama,
case, see you
prendere un
later.
po' d'aria. Inviterà di nuovo la recluta Willem. Sì, Willem sembrava più promettente. Mi spiace solo, spero proprio che non lo uccida.
And don't worry, Captain Kurt will make
Why are you doing this?
We didn't think you'd say anything as long as she was here.
If you noticed, others will have too.
Even more reason to talk. If we have proof, we can take action.
Very.
What's really going on here?
Esatto.
We know that Raynor didn't die in an accident.
This is supposed to be a training camp for the Guard's elite. Only the most talented recruits are allowed to join. That's what we're told every day.
Un vero inferno, beh, ok.
Tell me about the training.
It's more torture. We're constantly beaten and humiliated, and the slightest complaint only they even push us to police one another, so we don't dare talk. Whatever the...
It reminds me of the Ordo Luminis's interrogation methods. The poor buggers end up admitting to anything at all.
I heard them tell you about the specialist training against the natives in hostile environments. But what they teach us would be more useful for assassins.
Ooh.
As for Raynor,
Yes. One day he just couldn't stand it any longer. He disobeyed orders, he fought back, and people they summoned him for night training.
what does that entail?
It doesn't have much to do with real training. They call us up
Sì, non
at the
sopporto
last
più la
minute.
gente che si picchia
The
in
weakest
sottofondo.
serve as punching bags for the others, who are encouraged to beat. If we refuse, we too become the targets. If you're looking to punish Raynor's murderer, you can start with me.
Thank you for telling us all of this.
I hope you can do something. Have this camp closed. Otherwise, I'll soon be as dead as Raynor.
We understand the risk you've taken.
Speriamo, non voglio deludere povero Willem.
Thank you. Really? That was...
Captain.
I've seen everything I needed to see.
Yes, Captain.
Shall we go?
Sì. Fingi di lasciare l'accampamento. Bye, bye guys, bye boys.
Kurt, Wilhelm has spoken.
What did he tell you?
He said the recruits go through hell. They are humiliated, spy on each other, get bullied. It's essentially torture. Raynor wouldn't stand for these methods. He rebelled and was summoned for night training.
Are you sure he used that term?
Sì.
Yes. But he told me it's not really training. That recruits are summoned.
And the others beat them. Sometimes to death. I know.
You know about this kind of training.
Yeah. I thought it was a thing of the past.
I'm so sorry. I'm lost for words.
Che non capita molto spesso.
Tell me, did you learn anything new?
I scouted out the site. There's two parts of the barracks we should look at. Rolf's quarters and the basement, which they refuse to open for.
These people's methods are despicable. But we can't just... Innocent people could get hurt. What do you want to do, my son?
Let's wait for nightfall. We'll sneak into the camp unseen, search the barracks, the private quarters, and then the basement.
We might also try to find out where this night training takes place.
Yes.
Nice. I wouldn't want other young recruits to lose their lives tonight.
Sì.
Especially Wilhelm.
Perché Willem ha parlato con noi, quindi... Si vede il vulcano in lontananza. Quando è che andiamo al vulcano?
Strange. There's no one left in this part of the camp.
Maybe they're in the combat pit behind the barracks. I saw it when I visited the camp. Or they've already left for their night training. Let's find Rolf's office. He surely has the key to the basement.
Più rapido, come aprire il lavoro svolto.
This letter is disturbing, Kurt. It confirms that several deaths have been disguised in order to keep this camp secret. But it says that the recruits trained here have been assigned to governors from different cities. And yet I'm sure that Constantine knows nothing about these elite units. The conclusion of the letter also confirms that the commander is pleased with what's been going on here.
So Torsten knew.
So it seems. Including about the deaths.
He's gone too far. He dishonors us all. Sieglinder was right.
Ah, il nostro... come si chiama? Come prostitute, cioè le mandiamo in giro come prostitute se reclute. Le reclute che ricevono questo messaggio avranno partecipato all'evento dell'addestramento notturno con il soldato Willem. No! Dobbiamo andare a salvare Willem. Come si fa giù? La sala delle torture.
This room. What could have happened in here?
I know this smell only too well. Fear, blood, death.
The Ordo Luminis would surely envy such a place if they knew it existed.
This document explains a lot. They torture the soldiers to break them. Rainer shows up on this list more than once. He gave them a lot of problems.
Those who resist too much are lynched during night training. Rolf, you'll pay for this.
Kurt, Wilhelm's name was added to tonight's training.
These monsters want to make him pay for the help he gave us.
Dobbiamo correre, ragazzi. Dobbiamo salvare Wilhelm.
We can't let them kill him. We must stop this training immediately.
The risk is that Rolf will ambush us.
If this boy dies because of us, I will never forgive
Chi se ne frega, uccidiamo tutti. Come loro hanno ucciso i poveri ragazzi. Andiamo.
I refuse to let these recruits pay for the bastards who manipulate them. Let's avoid spilling blood in vain.
These children are victims, yes. But they are armed victims. Are you sure they'll spare us in return?
They're just kids.
Dove devo andare?
There has to be a way to reason with them.
Prima salviamo Wilhelm, è più importante di arrestare quello stronzo.
Despite what Wilhelm told me, I wasn't expecting this.
Come on!
He's getting destroyed.
They'll kill him. We can't let them get away with it.
Come on, if you're
Fatemi scendere!
Let's see what you're capable of. Come on, if you dare.
Stop! We won't let you kill this boy like you killed Rainer.
Soldiers! Do you realize what you're doing?
Captain? But...
You shouldn't be here. This time, you won't get away with it. To arms!
Non ho l'intuito perché non ho più il medaglione, mi sa.
When my master of arms was in the guard, he always repeated, fight with honor. What honor is there in lynching one of your own when he's defenseless? What honor is there in being forced to kill one another the moment one of you refuses to toe the line?
Save your moralizing. All that matters is success. Being the best.
Show them how far their honor will get them against your training.
Fuck. Non volevo uccidere i ragazzi, dai, poverini.
Will you be all right?
I'm wounded, but I'll survive. Thanks to you.
Volevo
I'm
uccidere
eternally grateful.
You'd better stay here until we've taken care of the camp's captain.
I'll try to dress my wound in the meantime.
Well then, let's go. We can't let that vermin Rolf escape us.
Che volta reputazione +1, lo so, però abbiamo ucciso dei poveri ragazzi. Se solo avessi avuto il punto in quello lì. Ah, ok, devo passare di qua. Ah, volevo ucciderli tutti, sti poveri ragazzi. wow.
Kurt, you're so predictable.
Vabbè.
I knew you were a bastard, but I didn't think you'd be part of this disgrace.
Have fun, soldiers! The traitors must die!
Stop! Soldiers, are you really going to obey these scoundrels? Do I need to remind you of the Guard's motto? Where is your
Esatto,
honor?
ragazzi, dai.
I won't repeat myself, recruits. Execute these traitors!
Soldiers, listen to your captain. You are the victims of these monsters, and we are here to save you. We surrendered without resistance, to avoid a fight and to spare your lives.
Well, what do you want us to do? We have orders, and we know what will happen to us if we don't obey.
Enough! To arms! Attack!
Oh, prometti clemenza se si arrendono. Parliamo
It was nearly
Willem.
Wilhelm's turn tonight. It could have been any of you.
Lies! Only the weak fall. So we must prove that we aren't among them.
Nonsense. I've seen more combat than any of you, and I've seen hundreds of soldiers die. Weak or not. I've seen this kind of camp before, full of torture and sadistic officers. I thought it was a thing of the past, but I was wrong. So help me make sure this camp really is the last of them.
You're right, Captain. If we
Bene,
don't
bene,
put down
mettetevi
our
dietro di noi
weapons,
adesso.
this will never end.
Congratulations, Lieutenant. You've trained cowards.
Their training wasn't finished, Captain, and the speeches were so convincing.
Silence!
Gli discorsi erano...
Where is this second squadron? Should have been here a long time ago.
They're not coming, Rolf.
The victims of your absurd manipulation died in vain.
Now that you no longer have lackeys to send after us, Rolf, you'll have to get your own hands dirty.
I've dreamt of shutting that big mouth of yours up for so long.
May the enlightened protect me in this battle.
To my help. And death
Non c'è neanche bisogno che la avvicini. Oh.
Protect me in this battle.
To my help.
Arresta il capitano Rock. Sì, non l'abbiamo potuto arrestare, l'abbiamo ucciso.
Will you be all right, Kurt?
Yes. Yes. I'll be fine. I'm just glad to know that this camp won't kill anyone else.
What about you, Wilhelm?
Thank you for saving my life. Without you...
I hope you can forget all about this. This is not what the Guard is about. In the meantime, you stay here to take care of survivors, Wilhelm. I'll make sure you receive your transfer orders quickly.
I'll do my best, Captain. Thanks again.
Not
It's you,
boy.
Wilhelm.
You'll stay here for now. I'll send men I trust to come get you soon.
What do you want us to do?
I'll need backup if I really want to put an end to all of this. We must go see Major Sieglinder in New Serene. I need to tell her what was going on here.
Are you sure she wasn't involved?
Her? Never. She's old school. She
Ma
already
forse
held
sì.
the commander at a distance because she didn't like the direction the Guard was headed. He would have sacked her, or worse, if she didn't have so much support within the Guard. I should have listened to her.
Over the past. Let's go. We'll go see her immediately.
Sieglinder.
Oh.
I need to talk to you.
What's the matter, Kurt?
We've just returned from a training camp. A secret camp. Where elite soldiers are trained. Through terror, humiliation, and torture.
Don't tell me that.
Yes. One of my recruits died, and he wasn't the only one. It is designed to create a regiment of assassins.
I am sorry, Kurt. I knew something was wrong, but I never would have thought it'd go that far.
We put an end to it all. We had to. But Torsten allowed it. Even encouraged it.
I told you that the commander's ambition would end up leading us astray from the ideals of the Guard. And that we would pay the price for it.
Yes. At the time, I told you you were exaggerating. That he had his reasons.
What are you gonna do?
I'm going to speak out, Sieglinder. And reveal the commander's project to the governor of the congregation.
If I were as close to him and his family as you are, I would have done so a long time ago.
I know. I feel so stupid for not having understood Torsten's scheme until
It's
now.
not your fault,
You've
baby.
always been a loyal person, Kurt. And too many loyalties are sometimes hard to reconcile. But Torsten betrayed us all. I'm counting on you to make him pay for it.
Believe me, he won't get away with it. Goodbye, Sieglinder.
Goodbye, Kurt. My men and I stand with you.
Reputazione più 3 con Kurt. Kurt amichevole.
Do you need something?
Il suo rapporto con
Rolf
Capitano Rock.
appeared to know you well. What was he to you? A friend? A rival?
A little bit of both. I wouldn't have willingly chosen him to be my comrade. And yet he was. And he was always picking at me to make sure that he was the best, the strongest, and the most appreciated. I suppose we all have someone like this in our past. Did you not experience that with Constantine?
Secondo me no. Secondo me no, non c'è confronto. Secondo me non c'è mai stato confronto tra me e Constantine, però non voglio dirglielo perché magari dice oh, sei così diverso da me. Questo qua è carino, però non è vero perché secondo me non c'è, cioè non andiamo d'accordo io e Constantine, quindi parliamo di un ricordo di infanzia con Constantine.
Constantine was never easy going, but we were friends more often than we were rivals.
Sì, perfetto, risposta perfetta.
Towards other children, but he always had a liking for me.
You were, and I think you still are, his only friend. The court has not been
Esatto, mi ha dato questo vibes che io sono la sua sua vera amica e sono sua cugina.
His father told him one day that he would never climb up the ladder if he did not start behaving in a noble way. Constantine took it a bit too literally and decided to climb up the city walls.
Yes, I wasn't with you then, but I was told about it.
Sì.
That was the first time you saved his life. You were very brave that day. And if memory serves,
questa è la
thanks to
nostra
you, he wasn't even punished.
il nostro rapporto.
You really are the friend everyone dreams of having.
Oh.
Anything else?
Parliamo del suo rapporto con Sigrid.
Sieglinder appears to know you well, and to have a lot of respect for you.
We fought together. That brings people closer, you know that. But I can assure you that's all there is to it. Actually, up until now, I've fought by your side more often than I have hers.
Chiedi se pensa di conoscerti, di che riesce ancora a sorprenderti. Chiedi se pensi di che riesce ancora a
Yet you
sorprenderti.
still managed to surprise me.
I certainly hope so. Just as you surprise me often. Finding pleasure in discovering new aspects of one another's personality is half the fun of a relationship, isn't it?
Relationship?
Anything else?
Padre, cosa ne pensi? Padre?
Have you considered my proposition?
Oh già. Accetta Laura.
Very well. Let's go and discover what the governor would rather keep
Pezzo di
hidden
legno
from
davanti
the
a me.
world.
Excellent.
How would you like to go about this?
We must search her apartments in St. Matthias.
Oh,
They'll be
wow.
guarded, of course. But if we are discreet, that shouldn't be a problem.
This is taking
Non me
quite a
l'aspettavo
risk.
da te,
The
padre.
congregation's reputation could suffer if we're caught, and my cousin's position would be weakened.
Sì.
I know. But keep in mind that I know the palace
Non me
extremely
l'aspettavo
well.
questo da lui.
And if we want to be sure to pass without being noticed, we need only dress ourselves up as servants.
That would improve our chances.
Va bene.
Well,
C'è un pezzo di
let's do
legno
it.
davanti.